It was 2004 is the idea. So I was a social worker prior to my mortgage days. And as a social worker, your job title entails everything under the sun. So I did a lot of fundraisers with my friends who've been in the mortgage business to raise some funds for various aspects of social work. And one of those was a Dallas Mavericks basketball camp. And I have two brothers who excelled in sports and they did really well in school as well. They had to get new shoes and we had to pay for that program. And of course, foster care cannot pay for those kind of programs. So I would essentially hit up my friends for charitable donations so that they can participate. And it was one of those moments where my friend said he will definitely help if he would sit down with me and try to convince me to come work for him. And he worked for Countrywide at the time, and I said no. It was 6 months of no's. And summertime was rolling, and I really needed to get them sneakers. And so I said, okay, I'll sit down with you. And essentially what he said was, it made sense. He goes, what if you can make enough money, you never have to ask for charitable, and you can give that charity back? Great selling point. Probably one of the best salesmen I ever met. He's still my dear friend. He was at my wedding. And I said, all right, I'll interview. And the funny thing is, when I interviewed, his manager did not like me because I didn't have any experience in mortgage. But my friend vouched for me, and here I am today. So it's been 12 years plus, and I've had some great success in it, and I work with some great people. And I'm still giving back to charity today. That's always a concern in the back of every lender's mind, right? Because how are they better than the other companies out there? What do they have to provide that is essentially better? Yes, of course. But end of the day, where I felt like that I wanted to grow, it kind of emulates from our the company I work for, Flagstar Bank, is that the culture is not just a word, it's how you live and breathe through day to day, and that's how they operate their business. And I truly believe that as well. And sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's based upon people's relationships, and through various networks like ARIA, NARAP, VAREP, and NVAR, and all the different organizations, we're able to be visible. And I think people know us that we want to do good, and people who work for Flagstar are those individuals who want to make a difference in home stability and providing the options for our buyers. It's always tough when you start from the beginning. My first hire was Patrick, and that was back in 2013, and it was fun. We had fun doing it, and I think that's what it comes down to. We just enjoyed what we did, and we built a relationship, and then we just built it from ground up. Yes, there was challenges, but with those challenges, we were very optimistic that there's going to be a better tomorrow. I don't really see challenges. I just see them as what's next. Is I embrace those challenges, and because it's a measurement. It's like when you complete it, you have a satisfaction that you have accomplished something. So, I mean, there's always challenges day to day. Everyone has those moments, but no, I don't. I take challenge as a good thing. I dream of my son growing up to be a MLS soccer player or playing for the UEFA. That's my dream. But you know, my dream is to, in work aspect. I mean, home. Of course, have great dreams for just us to be comfortable in life. And to provide for my family. But in the work situation, I want everyone to have the equal opportunity to use the platform that Flagstar has to catapult them to the next success that they will have. I guess that's more of a question about the legacy you want to leave behind as an individual. My legacy is simple, just that people look back at me and they mention me that I lived a good life. Lived an honest life, I would say. That I was true to my character, who I was. An organization like ARIA is a testament of that question. Um, we want to make home stability accessible to all Americans, right? And that organizations like, ARIA is representing that, and I think we are part of a movement together. As a collectively, as individuals, when we get a group together, I call that a movement. And we need to change the old-fashioned ways of politics. And the only way we can do that is to be the voice to change, make those changes. And we as Americans have the right to do so. And I think people forget that the Constitution was written for we the people, not we the Congress. So I hope that, we march forward and we need to adapt. And there's going to be challenges. Like I said, we talk about, you take challenges, embrace it, and make corrections. Be part of a movement. Rather than outside looking in, be part of that movement. I mean, we are very fortunate to live in a close proximity where all the lawmakers are located in, right? So we, DC Metro chapter, should have the biggest influence when it comes to policy days and other important moments where, we want to go talk to the Hill or somebody. I mean, we're here 24/7. So be part of it. That's all. I think that's where we want to be. That we move the needle in politics. That we make somewhat of a change. We're not asking for everything, but if we can accomplish one out of three things a year, that's a great accomplishment, especially in this political arena right now. So my official title is I am the area manager for Flagstar Bank Retail Home Lending Division for the Mid-Atlantic Division. My job entails to hire talented loan officers to work in our division. Nothing's really blocking my desire. My desire is to, like I said, give people the equal opportunity or same playing field to be successful in their own endeavors. And everyone has measures success differently, right? And I want those who work for me or those who work around me and work with me to achieve that success. I think ARIA is different due to the fact that it's the people in the organization. Any organization I measure by the leadership. And the leadership really entails how that organization is going to run. And I think we have some great leadership in place, and I am so happy and fortunate to be working with these individuals who are to become the leadership. And I am going to be one of those individuals. And we are the future. I'm excited about it, and I think that's why ARIA. And another fact is ARIA is not just on a local level. I mean, local level we educate on home ownership, home stability, but as a collective organization as a whole, they're making some great stride to bring everyone together to make some national moves. And I think like no other campaign that they did last year, it's a great testament of the voices and the movement that ARIA can be. ARIA, the Asian Real Estate Association of America, is unique in that one, that the people that you that are part of that organization. Um, Second is it's focused on really helping the Asian Americans um, to obtain home stability. Um, and so it's tailored to a certain group of people. And a lot of times those that kind of issues bleed over to other immigrants, but it's focused on Asian Americans. And third is people like all the people from DC members are part of it, like you, Aaron, right? And you're not an Asian American person, but you're a part of it because you believe in something. I don't have time outside of work. But when I do have time, of course, his family comes first. I'm a big sports fanatic, so I play soccer still. I haven't played tennis in a while. I played tennis in college that I would like to get back into. I golf. I'm not a pro, but I like to go out there, hang out, and hit the ball or try to hit them straight. Um, and then travel. Travel is very important to me. I think life experiences has a better education sometimes than what you can read from the storybooks. And having that exposure, learning the culture personally, um, is very important to me and always has been. And that's something that I want to install into my son and maybe future kids if there's going to be any. So I went to SUNY Albany, which is a state University of New York in Albany. I studied psychology because I knew that I wanted to be in the social work arena. Um, the reason why I uh, chose that field is being adopted and at the age of 10, it's you get to see life in a different perspective, coming to a country that you don't speak any language, and living with, my parents were Caucasian, with the Asian kids. I think I was like one of the three people in our school that were Asian. So I thought I was white for a long time. um, but essentially what that helped me was to understand is that there is a greater need of service, of educating people that we're all equal at the end of the day, and what you achieve at the end of the day is that's your measurement. That's you. You did that. No one else did that for you. Maybe, some people might help you motivate, but it is you who accomplished it. And I always want to, when I really talk about equal opportunity for all, I just give everyone the same put everyone on the same playing field and let them excel. That's all. Everyone has a story, sure, right? Everyone, and I'm in awe sometimes when I meet people and they tell me their stories, and especially the Asian American community, the parents who came here with nothing or $40 in their pocket, and now they're, successful business owners, and the kids were able to go to private school because of the hard work. Those are my heroes, right? Those are the people you look up to, and I I love hearing that story, and I encourage those individuals who get up every day to make other lives, better than what it was yesterday. Where I am today. The biggest proud moment is I look around with the people I work with today, and I'm proud that we are here together. The drive, I think, comes for the fact, and I'm going to reiterate that we want to create a culture that people can be successful in, right? And one of the legacies, like I said, I want to leave behind that I was fair, that everyone had a fair opportunity. And, I had a fair opportunity. Yes, I was adopted and I was given that opportunity, but that was just a moment. But what I did with the rest of my life is what I did, right? What I accomplished. And those individuals in my path really helped me, motivated me, but end of the day, it was something that I accomplished, and that's what I'm proud of. Well, when I discovered that I was an Asian American, I I had a calling. No, I was really exposed to um, the Asian American society when I worked at Bank of America. I was a chair of the Asian Leadership Network when I worked for Bank of America back in the late 2000s. So that kind of motivated, and I had some exposure to ARIA, and they were doing some great things in Dallas. And when I had the opportunity to join an organization here, of course, I jumped on it. How old some of our, like, I would say, my perspective on the world itself and how some are so antiquated. For instance, the credit system. I mean, it's, yeah, that might have been great in the 60s, 70s, but it's not what we are today. Um, how we need to really change perspective and have different policies adapt to the world today and not of yesterday. Yes, because 10 years old, I wasn't speaking English. I was speaking Korean, which I do not speak these today. So, um, I mean, 10 years old, sitting in the front step of my orphanage, I don't think I would ever imagine that I would, first of all, live in a country where you had the freedom to do and be whoever you wanted to be. And, and that's an opportunity and the freedom that we're given. And we're fortunate to live in that country. When I was in Korea, we were under a dictatorship. We did military marches, we did bomb threat um, activities at school. So it's a different life. And I don't think a lot of people realize who never seen other parts of the world, how fortunate we are, how lucky we are. Joining ARIA, the Asian Real Estate Association in America, has really exposed me to different facets of my industry that I didn't know about. The struggles a certain particular group has of obtaining home ownership, right? I think people take for granted that, buying a home is so easy, and some people it is. And we love helping those individuals, but we also want to help those people. And it is the ultimate American dream to have and own a home. And um, there are a lot of obstacles in the way currently, and I think we want to remove those obstacles so that once again, everyone's on the equal playing field. The most influential people in my life are going to be those individuals who get up every day to be responsible, to better their own lives as well as better others around them. So every day I might have two, depending on who I talk to that day. But I would have to thank my parents for adopting me and giving me that opportunity to be who I am today, of course. And my sisters who were adopted with me. I have a biological sister who was adopted. We were very fortunate to be adopted together. Um, she is an actress, and she lives a different life than I ever could imagine. I don't know how someone leaves an orphanage and still struggles. But no, she has done well for herself, and she's that passion that she has for something. Um, Sometimes I wish I had that passion, and I think I do in a way, but in different ways than she does. But you can see it. Any artist you meet, any actors who are passionate, who are struggling, I call them professional waitress, part-time actors because they're always kind of doing waitress. But what she has accomplished today, yeah, those are my mentors. So my name is Nicholas Lichwick. I am the area manager for Flagstar Bank retail division, and I run the Mid Atlantic division. I reside in Fairfax or Annandale, Virginia, and the best way to reach me is my mobile and my cell on my website, but cell 214-869-2037, and my email is my first name dot my last name at flagstar.com. And of course, I have my Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find me on LinkedIn, so I'm very active there. I advocate for Fairfax CASA. The CASA program is a court-appointed special advocate. They advocate for kids in foster care. It's a volunteer-based system. I used to be part of them. I used to work for them in Dallas, so I'm still very involved with them to this day. I truly think that if you want to make a difference, be involved, be part of something, rather than I wish I did that or I wish I can be more involved. Sometimes it just takes a will to go and join, and just like Aria, rather than saying I wish things were different, rather than saying that I wish things were different, say be part of a solution to make a difference. It's a humbling honor to be president of anything, even a vice president or an executive team of any organization. And the biggest accomplishment that I would like to see possible is uniting the various different organizations of Asian American that we all have a common goal, right? And to put us all under one umbrella, and rather than being just a voice here and there, but be collaboratively, be a movement.